have you been able to trace what trauma you went through to give you PTSD?
I have a pretty good idea. There was 3 different instances that I kind of think about, and I've talked to the psychologists about that. One of them being a massacre that was not very nice, and a couple of us were exposed to it, and that was probably the worst. The other was a friend of mine was killed over there. Excuse me, he wasn't killed, he died over there, and I was on duty, and not very nice.
At what point did it hit you that you'd got PTSD, or there was something wrong?
When I was in, not until 2010, and myself and a few other people from the Ottawa Valley go down to Guatemala on a mission. There was a trigger. The trigger was a massacre. It was a story about a massacre. Guatemala went through 36 years of civil war,
yes,
and there was a lot of terrible atrocities that went on during that time. And somebody in their group was telling a story about this massacre. And I listened to it for a while, and then I told her that she should be quiet. And I just said, please stop talking about that.
Tell me, if you can, what PTSD did to you.
I guess I really don't know what it did to me, because I don't know what I would have been like without it. When I joined the Army, I was 18 years old. When I was in Cyprus, I was 22 years old. So from age 22 until 3 years ago, that was me.
But was it you?
Not really, because I'm in the last 3 years since I've sought help, and in the last 6 months, 3 months, I'm beginning to find myself again, who I was. I think during all this period of time, I've been looking for something, and doing the courses, the 2 courses that I've been on, helped me see myself in a different light and stop and pause and look inside. This one evening, a couple of months ago, 3 months ago now, I guess, we cooked this meal together. It was a vegetable lasagna, and everything went well. I didn't kick her out of the kitchen, and everything was cool. It was really felt good during the time, and we enjoyed the meal. And then I was in the kitchen later on cleaning up, and I stopped. I said, "Man," and it was just a feeling that came over me that, boy, does that ever feel good? And I tried to, where's this coming from? Like, it was palpable. It was, you could reach out and grab it and hold on to it. And I thought, geez. So a few days later, I'm driving my car down the street in Pembroke, and it came over me again. I said, holy geez, that ever feel good? And I was getting a sore cheeks from smiling so hard. It felt so good. And it was and I started to analyze it, because I wanted to, I said, geez, what is this, So I started to think, and I started writing it down. And it was just a feeling of well-being. And I hadn't felt it for so long. It was strange to me. And I started to think again, when it happened again, it was, and I wrote this down. It was like seeing an old friend. And the old friend was saying, welcome back. Man, and I was back.